Hey you guys, what's up? It's Elise and thank you guys for tuning into my channel. I've been going back and forth for weeks on what it is that I should film and put out for as my first video, and it finally just hit me today. Why not just share my story, because my whole channel revolves really around me being transgender. So today I'll be sharing my story with you guys, and I hope that it inspires some of you. I hope that you guys get some questions answered that you guys may have about trans people, or maybe just me in general. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I feel like the first question that everybody's gonna want to know is, so when did you know, or like when did you start feeling that you wanted to be a girl? And the thing about that is, I never really had to figure it out. I've always known, like, I came out the womb this way. It's always been this way, and I never really had to, or had the struggle of figuring it out. It was just, that's what it was. It was more so me trying to explain it to everyone else and get everyone else to understand. But at 3, you can't do that. So you just, you do what you're told. But I knew, like, since I came out the womb, it was, like I said before, it's just getting everybody else to, know. But I started showing it, and, like, really everybody could tell, like, something is off about that one. Like, around, like, age 3 or 2, like, everybody already knew that it was something a little different about me, and that, this one is going to be different, growing up. So that was, like, the first time that, I guess, not for me knowing, but everybody else knowing around age 3. And my parents, like, they were really, like, my mom, I have a really supportive mom. I'm really blessed and fortunate to have such a supportive mom. Like, she's went to hell and back for me and, my sisters and my siblings. So she's just always been that rock and that, one that I can always run back to, or, talk to a lot. So I'm really fortunate to have a mom like her and who's really supportive. But it wasn't always easy for her. She always had to, because growing up I was, raised by a single mom, so she had really to do everything on her own and really had to figure out this child on her own. And it wasn't like I had my dad around all the time to, help her alleviate some of the stress, or one of the two, but she just did it on her own. So it was sometimes a struggle for me and her to really, get on the same page, because she's never, dealt with this or seen it before besides with me. So it was just really, like, really new for her, and hard for her to digest what was going on, or what I was saying, or what I was feeling, because at the time I didn't have the vocabulary to express, like, oh, I'm trans and this is what this means, this is what that means. I just knew that I want to be a girl, and I want to dress like my twin sister, or like my older sisters. Like, I want to be just like them. Like, I want to just like you. And so that was just, like, a little bit difficult for her to, understand. But I think it was around the time, so quick little story time. I was about in 3rd grade, and there was, like, this school dance going on. So at the school dance, I decided, because it was around Halloween time, so there was, like, costumes and all that, and I had decided, oh, I want to go as Beyonce. So I had these wigs that my sister, my older sister, had made for me, which was one of the best days of my life, when she had made me wigs and stuff, because when I was growing up, I had, like, 2 different wardrobes, like the girl wardrobe with all these costumes, all these tutus, and all these wigs and all this stuff, and then my boy wardrobe, which I wore out in public, and, that's what everybody saw me as. So I decided I want to go as Beyonce for the Halloween dance, and that's what I did. But me being me and not always being aware, and not always, just being me, I walked there too early, and now I had to walk back. So when I came back, my mom seen that I was all dressed up, and she was like, where did you go? Where did you go? Like, where have you been? And I was like, I went to my school's dance, and we were having, a Halloween costume party, and I wanted to go as Beyonce. And I remember her just, like, breaking down, because she just knew that, like, this is what this kid wants. Like, there's nothing that I can really do about it. There's nothing that I can, like, nothing's gonna change what this kid's want. And this kid is, like, very passionate about it, and this kid is, like, so bold. And I was just really daring, and I used to always be, at school just saying some crazy things, because, well, it wasn't crazy. It was, I would always be like, I'm a girl. I'm a girl. I'm a girl. Everybody would be like, well, you look like, So it was just more so that. But in my mind, it was just, no, I'm a girl. And since everybody kept telling me, no, you're a boy. You're a boy. It was just like, well, when I get older, I'm gonna be a girl. I'm gonna be a really pretty girl. So, you know, I dealt with that through really I still deal with it now. I dealt with it through school, and you know, it was really tough going through middle school especially because when I first got there, I didn't say I was gay. I didn't say I was nothing. I just said I'm a straight boy with this damn press and perm. So, yeah, which I don't think anybody believes for 1 second, but it was just hard because that was like the time where I got picked on the most and stuff like that. And then my sister, she would just be fighting all the time about somebody saying her brother was gay, or my cousins, you know, they're just saying like anybody who messed with me, they were just on them. So I was fortunate enough to go to school with them, but it was just still that struggle of I don't like who I am. And then I remember being in that stage where it was like I'm never gonna be who I want to be, so I might as well just forget about it now. I might as well just give it up because I'm never gonna be a girl. It's not gonna happen. Like, I'm not gonna happen. It just won't. It's because that stuff just doesn't happen for me. I'm not, you know, that blessed or that fortunate, which, you know, isn't true and it's like when you get down in those moments, you just gotta keep like going, and it's really important that you do have a, you know, strong support system, whether that be family, friends, or significant other, whoever. It's just, you need those type of things in your life because, you know, people bring people up and people can bring people down. So I was just down at that point, and I was telling myself it's just not going to happen for you, so you might as well give up. And when I just look back on it, it's just crazy that I'm actually here now. So I'm really fortunate and blessed, and I feel really grateful for that. But I remember coming out to everyone else because I never really had to figure that out, like figure out, oh, I'm trans. So that's a blessing too. But I remember coming out to everybody around my freshman year, because before my 8th grade year I had like this little press over, and I don't know if people who know me, y'all know about that little press over and that little bang. And towards the end of my freshman year, I had, you know, decided, I was telling my mom, I was like, I want like hair. I can't live like this anymore. I'm just so sad. I don't like it. I want to be a girl. I just can't take it anymore. I don't care what anybody says. And at that point, I really meant it, but I was still scared. I was just still nervous, but I couldn't let her know that I was scared, because then she would get scared and then be like, never mind, don't do it. But I just went for it. I put a full head of hair in my head and got a weave and all that, and I was wearing makeup, and then I just came back. Literally, it was one day I came to school as this feminine boy, and the next day I came in looking as this really, you know, this really pretty girl. So it just was like a shock to everyone who had seen me the other day, and it was like, instead of getting this really negative response that I was prepared for and that I was ready to just have like, no, because you know, I don't care and I'm ready to snap on anyone. But it was just more so like more positive vibes, and more people were like, oh, you look so pretty, like I love your hair, you did your own hair, people want to, can you do my hair? So it was just like, I got a really positive feedback, and I'm just like, I was really, you know, shook by that, like, oh my god, people are responding like really well to it. And I think it just, because everybody starts to be like, oh, you're like, you act like a girl, or you seem like a girl. So it was just more so everybody was like kind of already in the mindset of, oh, you're a girl, so you might as well just start acting. So I think when I came out, it just made more sense to everyone, and everybody kind of like got it and just understood it more. So I feel like that was, you know, one thing that I was like really fortunate to have, and go to a school where everyone wasn't so judgmental, and to all the people who I went to school with, thank you guys for supporting me and all that. But yeah, and I have like really great friends and, you know, cousins and family that people supported me. But still in high school, there was a couple people, you know, who didn't agree and had something to say. And then me, being me, I felt like my defense mechanism would be, oh, you need to be pretty, or you just need to be passable, because then you'll be accepted more, which is not always the way, you know. And it's fortunate enough, you know, that I do look a little bit more, you know, passable, or I'm classified as pretty, or whatever you want to say. But, you know, so I'm fortunate enough to have that, but it's not always the way, because then people don't really expect too much from you, or they expect you to be pretty all the time, and that's just not the way that you should always go about it. So that's one thing that I do wish I had went a different route about. But I also think that I also, open a broader, spectrum, because I don't think it was too many people at my school being trans. I don't know if I was the first, but I know that it wasn't that many people, or I think I was the only one. So, but I just feel like I had a okay, experience. There was a few, rough patches in, my school experience, but overall it was really good, and I had a really good experience, and I'm not even gonna get into the other stuff, but there was a time though in, school where it's like you feel like I felt very insecure, because I was just like nobody, because when you finally become here goes another story time. Let's get into this other story, but it's a really small, we're gonna keep it short, but it could, if you guys want it to be longer, just let me know. But I had, around my sophomore year, I started talking to this guy, and he was like a senior, and he played sports and all this, but during that, like, I just felt like, oh my god, because it was like my first time dealing with a guy, like a guy ever wanted to even talk to me, and I was still insecure at the moment, because I felt like no one could really ever really like me, or no one could ever really, really build anything with me, because like, no, I never heard of a trans girl being in a relationship. I never, seen it or heard of it or anything, so it was just like, and then with him, he always wanted to, oh, keep it a secret, you're gonna be my little secret, which at the time I was like, okay, that's fine, I don't really care, like, which you should care. You shouldn't want to be anybody's secret. You should always want to be the forefront, because if they don't, then he just doesn't like you enough. It's not worth it, because only at the end, you're only gonna get your feelings hurt in the end. So that was one thing that I do regret doing in high school. Like, I just regret wasting time with him. But on that subject, it was just about me not being fully secure with being a girl yet, and getting through all the insecurities that girls go with, and getting over the obstacles of going what you go through as a girl, because girls have it hard. We have the pressure of like being pretty all the time, and being like hair and makeup and stuff, and I do sometimes feel like the pressure of like being pretty, but it was just more so on me, because like if you don't wear it, you look like a boy or something like that. So like, I just feel like you need to, before you try to get with anyone, what I'm saying is like, yeah, before you try to get with anyone, just be really secure with yourself, because me at the time, I wasn't, and it wasn't the smartest idea to try to entertain someone, or play the background for someone, because if I had knew myself, or knew my self-worth at the time, I wouldn't have done it. Like now, like I won't do it, because I need to be at the forefront. But that was an experience that I had in high school, and I was just like, and after that, I was done with that. I was just telling myself, like, I'll never do that again. I won't ever be that insecure, or never be that unsure of myself again, because I know that how much in time I invested in myself, so I expect somebody else to, respect that, and, take that in consideration. So I just felt like it was a waste of time, and I'll never do it again. But around last year in November, I had got hormones, and I'm still doing hormones right now, but at the time it took me a year to get hormones. It was so much back and forth, with all of that, but it all worked out in the end. And really, my story, it can go into way more into depth, but I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of info about me, and my whole channel will be revolving around me being trans, and me, my experiences, and I have a lot of story times that I can share with you guys, and just having fun on my channel, and just inspiring people to, do what it is that they want to do, because it's not easy being trans, or it's not easy being yourself, or it's not always easy doing what everyone tells you you shouldn't do. So I just want people to, like, when you do what you truly want to do, and you live your truth, it only can go one way, and that's up. So I just feel like I'm really fortunate, and you guys let me know what you guys want to see. If you guys want to see a Q&A, or if you guys want to see some story times, you guys let me know. But if you guys like this video, give me some thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and follow me on all of my social media. So thank you guys. We need like a little tagline at the end of this. I don't know what we should say at the end of this. We should say something like, I don't know. You guys comment down below and let me know what we should say at the end of this. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video.